I think you know it's time for you to go. I think you know that your time is up where you're at. I think you know that God and your spirit has been telling you for a while now that where you're at is no longer fruitful. I think you know that's the reason why you've been restless. And I think you know that's why every time you have a moment alone and you have the opportunity to talk about it and voice it and really address that feeling that you feel inside about that new location, that new job, that new thing that you've been kind of sensing that you need to go towards. That's why you've been pushing it aside. And that's why you've been ignoring that nudge because you're afraid. You're afraid of doing something that is so out of the ordinary. You're afraid of going somewhere and doing something new that is completely out of your comfort zone. But I'm going to tell you this, the only way to really grow in life is to be uncomfortable. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. This world and this culture and this whole country runs off of codependency. Codependency on your job for comfort, an artificial comfort, an artificial security of money. It runs off of a codependency of people, of environments. But how many of us know that at any given moment, life can change? So, when you are on a spiritual journey, when you are on a growth and development journey, it's about being uncomfortable. I know that all too well. And granted, some people may not have the same purpose and calling and preparation and purification of oneself as I do, to where I constantly am relocating and moving for the sake of developing and spreading my light and spiritual gifts. However, it does not mean that you don't have to do that as well if you want to develop and grow in your life and reach your purpose and destiny. For the longest time, I thought that the way that I know it's time for me to go or time for me to move forward is if I feel it super strong and my nervous system and my mind is super consumed by that move. And although it has happened more often than not, I feel like the new way that the God Spirit, the Holy Spirit within me is moving is simply just giving me really suggestive